Good morning, children. This lesson is of class 8th for the subject of mathematics, topic geometry, chapter 1 quadrilaterals, which is being submitted to you on 5th July 2021. Children, recall that polygon is a simple closed figure made up of only line segments. The endpoints where line segments meet are called vertices of a polygon. The line segments which make the polygon are called sides of the polygon. We can classify polygon according to the number of sides of the vertices. The simple polygon we know is a triangle. A triangle has 3 sides and thus it is a 3-sided polygon. Clear? A 4-sided polygon is called a quadrilateral. A 5-sided polygon is called a pentagon. Children, in this manner, we can obtain a 6-sided polygon called a hexagon. A 7-sided polygon called a heptagon, and so on. If we have an n-sided polygon, it is called n-gon. Now children, let us discuss about 4-sided polygon, that is quadrilaterals. What are quadrilaterals? Quadrilaterals means 4 sides, where quad means 4 and lateral means side. So, a plain closed figure formed by 4 line segments is called quadrilaterals, right? There are many types of quadrilaterals, that is trapezium, parallelogram, squares, rectangles, rhombus and kite. Children, we can divide quadrilateral into 3 categories. The first one is parallelogram, where opposite sides are equal and parallel, right? Then we have kite, where adjacent sides are equal. And then we have trapezium, where only one opposite pair is parallel, right? Now children, there can be 2 types of trapezium. The other one is isosceles trapezium, where the non-parallel sides are equal, right? Now if we talk about parallelogram, the parallelogram can be rectangle, rhombus, or it can be a square, right children? So this means these are the different types of quadrilaterals that we are going to discuss in detail in the next assignment, right? Now children, you can pause the lesson for 5 minutes, and in the meantime, I want all of you to do the following activity. It is draw a quadrilateral on a chart paper or on any piece of paper. Now draw 4 arcs with the same radii at each corner of the quadrilateral, that is A, B, C and D. Now color these 4 arcs with different color. Now you can cut the 4 arcs from the quadrilateral with the help of scissor or a cutter. paste the cutting of the arc in such a way that it forms a circle. At the last, note down the observation. Now children, you can pause the lesson and perform the earlier said activity. So children, what you have observed in the activity? Since the sum of all the angles at a point is 360 degree, therefore angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. Hence, sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Clear? Now continuing with the topic, let us discuss about parallelograms and its properties. Parallelogram include rectangles, squares and rhombus. Therefore, any result which is true for a parallelogram is also true for others. Now, students, let us discuss few theorems based on parallelogram. So, have a look. Theorem number 1 is the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. That is, AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to BC. Clear? And the second one is the opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. That is, angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. Right? And the third one is each diagonal bisect a parallelogram into two congruent triangles. That is, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. Similarly, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CB and D. Right? So BD is dividing the triangle into the parallelogram into two equal triangles. Right? And similarly, AC is dividing the parallelogram into two triangles which are congruent to each other. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now children, theorem number 2 is the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. That is, now you can again see in the diagram, that is AO is equal to OC and BO equal to OD. Right? So AC and BD, they are bisecting each other. Clear? Now theorem number 3 is if a pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel, the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. That is, now you can see again in the diagram, if AB is equal to CD as well as if AB is parallel to CD, that is if AB and CD are equal as well as parallel, therefore it is a parallelogram. Children, it can be on the other way also, that is if AD and BC are equal as well as parallel, then also it is a parallelogram. I hope it is clear to everyone, all the three theorems. Now children, let us discuss about the properties of a parallelogram, which are very, very important. So the first property is, in parallelogram ABCD, opposite sides are parallel. Right? And the second is, opposite sides are equal. That is AB equal to CD and AD is equal to BC. Next is opposite angles are equal. That is, angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. Right? The fourth property is adjacent angles are supplementary. Now how? That is angle. Now you know that it is a parallelogram. AD is parallel to BC. Therefore, angle A plus angle B is 180. Similarly, angle C plus angle D is also 180. Right? And if the other two lines are parallel, then angle A plus angle D is 180. Angle B plus angle C is also 180. So we can say that the adjacent angles are supplementary. Now the next is the diagonals bisect each other. Okay children, that is AO equal to OC and BO equal to OD. And the last property is the diagonals bisect the parallelogram into two triangles which are congruent. Right? Children, this we have already discussed in the theorem. So out of all these three theorems that we have discussed, these are the properties which we are going to use further in the questions. Right? Now children, let us discuss few questions from exercise of your textbook. Question from exercise 1A. Question number 3 is, find the fourth angle of a quadrilateral if its three angles are 98 degree, 115 degree and 77 degree. So the solution will be, let the fourth angle be X. We know that sum of angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Then 98 plus 115 plus 77 plus X is 360 degree. Now let us add all the three angles and then subtract it from 360 degree. Right? So the answer is 70 degree. Therefore, the fourth angle is 70 degree. Now children, let us discuss question number 4, second part of the same exercise, that is exercise 1A. The angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 2, ratio 5, ratio 7, ratio 10. Find the four angles. Let the angles of the quadrilateral be 2x, 5x, 7x and 10x. Now children, we know that sum of angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Right? So 2x plus 5x plus 7x plus 10x is equal to 360 degree. So after solving this, the value of x is 15 degree. Therefore, the four angles of the given quadrilateral are 30 degree, 75 degree, 105 degree and 150 degree. Clear? Now children, see question number 6. Two angles of a quadrilateral are 75 degree each and the other two angles are equal. Find the magnitude of each angles. Here magnitude means we have to find the degree of each angle, right? So the solution is, let each equal angle be x. The sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So this implies 75 degree plus 75 degree plus x is equal to 360 degree. Now children, after solving this, we will get x as 105 degree. Therefore, the magnitude of each angle is 105 degree. I hope it is clear to everyone now. Now children, just see question number 7, second part. Find the value of x from the given figure. Children, you can see that A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. So, the sum of all the interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. First of all, let us find angle 1, where angle 1 plus 120 degree is equal to 180 degree. Why so? By linear pair. Angles on a straight line, the sum is always 180 degree. So therefore, angle 1 is 60 degree, right? Now, sum of angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Therefore, x plus 2x plus x plus 20 plus angle 1 is equal to 360 degree. Right? Now adding all this, we will get 4x is equal to 280. So therefore, x is 70 degree. Children, I hope you all have understood the concept of quadrilaterals very well. Kindly go through all the explanations and all the examples given in your textbook. Now, let us discuss about the homework. Questions from exercise 1A, question number 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Children, do these questions in maths register as well as write all the properties of a parallelogram in maths register with figure, right? And we will be discussing these properties in detail in the next assignment. Thank you everyone.